Hello, I'm Jared Discord. Welcome to another rant, I think. I'm not really entirely sure. We'll see how this video goes, because this could either easily be a discussion or a rant, and I'll put it in the appropriate playlist, trust me. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the broken cards versus outs debate, and how they don't work. That's not a good argument. This has been something that's kind of been brewing for the last couple of months for me. I've had a lot of different discussions with a lot of different YouTubers and through Twitter. So I guess overall I've had like 4 discussions. Seeing different sides of the argument. And it's interesting. It's very, very interesting how people take this. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let's take a look at meta-defining cards like Red Eyes Dragoon, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, even going a few years back with like the Pilkfort Towers. These cards were, for their time, meta-defining. They over-centralize, in certain scenarios, they can over-centralize the metagame towards using one card or a potential amount of cards for outs. For example, a big out for cards like Pilkfort Towers or Kaiju. Cards like Dragoon, they can be outed by cards like Forbidden Droplets or, I guess, Kaiju or Super Polymerization, etc. We can keep going along with this. So that is usually the argument for these kind of cards. Like, Dragoon's fine in a format because we have outs to it. Okay? So this is the first question that comes up in response to that statement. What if you do not draw the out? What if you do not have the out? What if they have a response to the out? Then what happens? You see, that's the problem. That's the inherent problem with this argument. Cards, how do I put this? You sometimes have to build your deck in accommodation with potential meta strategies. That's reasonable. So let's say, God forbid, there's another trap heavy format. People play Royal Decree or Lightning Storm or Harpy Feather Duster. That's an option. Or let's say it's a very monster heavy format that maybe is graveyard based. People play stuff like side deck rather, Necro Valley, Dimensional Fissure, etc. That's a deck though. That is an entire archetype. Having a single card, especially Dragoon, because Dragoon's the problem, at least in my eyes. So if you have a card like that, that's a very, very unreasonable card. In relation to everything that surrounds it with Verti Anaconda and Red Eyes Fusion. You could, in theory, say that yes, if you have Super Polymerization or all these cards, you can negate it. However, there's more of an expenditure of the resources you're putting in compared to your opponent. Your opponent is putting in no resources. I guess 2 monsters if we can be technical, some Verti Anaconda. Comparison to you, who's putting in a lot. To hopefully draw these outs. You can go definitely minus, and that isn't even the only card to worry about. Yes, with the Pilkfort Towers, yes, that was usually the only thing that's unaffected by card effects. So, Red Eyes Dragoon is usually the play ender on a slew of other things. That's at least how it's usually played. Saying that you have these outs that are just magically in your hand when you need them is that's asking for a lot. Let's be honest. That's asking for quite a bit. So just because there are outs does not make a card good for the game. Does not make a card any less broken. There are outs to every card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at every ban card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tell me there's not an out to every single card on that ban list. Does that make them okay to be in the game? No. A few are. You catch my drift. A few are fine to be in the game. But most of them, no. They're not okay to be in the game. They can lead to either infinite combos or strategies that completely lock you down past the point of no return. Shit, look at the limited cards. Tell me there are not outs to limited cards that you think should be banned. Like Imperial Order right now has been talked about lately. Does that mean they're fine? Does that mean they're not fine? the questions I'm raising here. So this is a shorter video, but do you guys get what I'm saying? Outs do not equal fair card. What equals a fair card is very easily accessible outs. So, that's the video. If you guys want to argue my point, that's what the comment section is for. I love to respond to comments. Sometimes I don't see them because I usually use my YouTube studio. But if I see them, I love to respond to them. I like to get a dialogue going. If you guys want to argue my part, that's what it's for. If you guys agree, also comment. I love to hear each side. Otherwise, I'm Jared Discord. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.